Okay. Yeah, we're going to start with the class. Last class, we were working with present perfect, making a parallel with simple past, right? Do you remember? There was a homework. Could you do it?
Sí.
Yes, you did. Speak English. Kimberly, please. Yeah, let's do it. We're going to correct so as to check if you have any doubts, okay? Let me. Yeah. Okay, here I had some, well, there were like two things. One was this, and the other one was Murphy. Let's start by the other one first. I think it is simpler, this one. Could you do this one? Kim?
Sí, sí, lo
Yeah,
hice.
okay. So let's check it. I think the first part we already did it. What about letter B? It says here, complete the sentences with the correct form of the verbs in brackets. Use the past simple or the present perfect simple. Okay, so how would you do it? Number one, B1.
John has not called me recently.
Yeah, okay. The next one?
They bought a new car last month.
Right, number 3.
The teacher has not returned the test yet.
Okay, the other one, number 4.
How long has she known about this problem?
How long has she known about this problem? Yeah. Number 5.
Have you ever heard such an unbelievable story?
All right. Number 6.
When I was a child, I lived in England for 2 years.
Yeah, right. 7.
He bought me a beautiful gift for my birthday.
All right. Number 8.
I am so excited to have a dog. I have always wanted one.
Yeah, I've always wanted one. Okay, pretty good. Now let's see the other one. Correct the error in each of the sentences. Yeah. Number 1, C1.
Have you ever eaten Chinese food?
All right. Try to speak up. Can you speak up, Kimberly, or not?
Sí, sí.
Yeah, right. Because
Okay,
sometimes
so
I can't hear you well. Yeah. Have you ever eaten Chinese food? Number 2.
Mr. Brown already, Mr. Brown has already left the office.
No, that is number 5.
Oh, you said number 2.
Yes.
Es que está en un, like, como que está al lado de la otra.
Right,
Okay.
yeah.
So number 2 is she moved to another city last year.
That's right. Number 3.
They haven't sent out the invitations yet.
Right.
Jack hasn't Jack hasn't seen Jill since she graduated.
Right. Now she has graduated. She graduated. Yes, that's right. Number 5. Now.
Mr. Brown has already left the office.
Right. Okay. Number 6.
We haven't been abroad since last year. Esa no sé, no estoy segura. I'm not really sure. I wrote last year.
Abroad. We haven't been abroad since last year, I would say.
Yeah, I wrote the same thing. Okay. Yeah. The lesson has started. No, the lesson started 10 minutes ago.
All right.
Has she just left?
Has she just left? All right. Pretty good. Now, the other one in here, complete the passage with suitable words. Okay. Okay, try to complete it.
That one I didn't finish, but I can try.
Yeah.
I have always been very fit and healthy.
And I have.
And I've had.
If you have been fit and healthy. all your life, then what about illnesses? I have.
Es que, does it sound weird if I say I've had a severe illness?
Nope. I have never had.
Oh, okay.
And I have never had a serious illness. All right. Okay.
However.
Continue.
Okay.
However.
However, a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
I caught the flu. I must admit that until then, I haven't realized how unpleasant the flu could be. I had a high temperature for nearly a week.
No, okay. I caught the flu. I must admit that until then, What must go in number 4? What word?
I hadn't realized?
Yeah, had. Past tense of had. It's past perfect, right? I had not realized just how unpleasant the flu could be. All right, continue. I
had a high temperature for nearly a week and my whole body hurt. I don't think I had felt so miserable.
I don't think I have. You have to put some word in there. I don't think I have. No creo que alguna vez me haya sentido tan mal. I don't think I have.
Okay. I don't think I have ever felt so miserable.
Yeah, right.
It's taken me ages to get my strength back. It really bothers me that I haven't had enough energy to play football since I got ill.
Yeah.
In fact, I no sé qué podría poner ahí, profe.
I have not been to the doctor to ask if it's normal to feel weak for so long. Okay. I haven't. It's a negative word in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
He says I'll soon feel better. Apparently I'm lucky. For some people, especially the old and the weak, the flu can be very serious. Doctors have tried for years to find a cure for the flu, but they haven't found one.
Could be nowadays, fortunately.
Can you repeat,
I would say
sorry?
that nowadays or something like that. Fortunately.
Okay. Okay, so nowadays, fortunately, researchers have developed a vaccine which gives effective protection against the disease. According to my doctor, most of his elderly patients have
negative.
Have not received their flu shots.
Yeah, have never received or have not received their flu shots. All right, good. Now let's see the other one, which was the exercises for the present perfect in Murphy. I think it is this one. Yeah, this one. Okay. It says here, complete sentences. Use the present perfect where possible. Otherwise, use the past simple. Okay, let's see. Let's review it. Number 1 is already there. Read it anyway. Number 1.
I can't get in. I have lost my key.
Right.
I wrote, for the next one, I wrote, the office is empty now. Everybody went home.
Okay, again. Number 2, and speak up.
The office is empty now. Everybody went home.
I would say everybody has gone home.
Oh, okay. I'm going to change.
Yeah. Because it seems that it's something sudden, okay? All right, okay. Number 3.
I meant to call you last night, but I forgot.
Right.
Helen has gone to New York for a holiday, but she's back home in London.
Yeah.
For number 4, I wrote that.
Helen has gone to New York for a holiday, but she's back home. I think that when you say that somebody's gone, isn't still there.
So how would you put it, I guess?
I would say Helen went to New York for a holiday, but she's back home
Okay.
in London. Yeah.
Okay.
In that case, because it's something like it is over, right? The action is totally finished. So Helen went to New York for a holiday, but she's back home in London. All right. Okay.
Okay.
The other one.
Are you okay? Yes, I had a headache, but it's okay now.
Right. And number 6.
Can you help us? Our car has broken down.
That's right. That is correct. Okay. What about the this one? It says, are the underlined parts of these sentences okay? Correct them where necessary. Did you hear about Sophie? She's given up her job. That's okay. My mother has grown in Italy. Has grown up in Italy. My mother grew up in Italy. All right. Okay. Number 3.
For number 3, I wrote, how many plays did William Shakespeare write?
Again, repeat it.
How many plays did William Shakespeare write?
Okay, that's correct. But why? Why didn't you use has written?
Because William Shakespeare is already dead.
Yeah, all right. Okay. Okay, so the action is totally over. Okay, number 4.
I've forgotten his name. I wrote okay for that one.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, read it anyway.
I've forgotten his name. Is it Joe or Jack?
Yeah, I would say it is correct because I've forgotten means that it's an action that is sudden. It's not something that is over. It hasn't finished. For a moment, I've forgotten his name, but I can still remember it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Number 5.
For number 5, I wrote who invented the paper or
Yeah.
paper.
Who invented paper? That's right. Number 6.
For number 6, I wrote drugs. Oh, I wrote that it was okay for that one, for number 6.
Yeah.
Drugs have become a big problem everywhere.
Good. It's correct. Number 7.
We've washed the car, but now it's dirty again. I wrote it was okay for that one.
I would say we washed the car, but now it's dirty again. Okay, the action is over. We washed the car, but now I see it again and it's dirty. Okay, it happened a certain period of time in there. Yeah. So it seems that, I mean, for me, it is an action that was finished. We washed the car, but after a time, it's dirty again. Okay. Could be we washed the car this morning, so it's over. Yeah.
Okay, for number
Mira,
8,
the first action was totally completed. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay, number 8.
For number 8, I wrote, where were you born?
Where?
Where were you born?
Yeah, where were you born? That's right. Correct. Number 9.
Ellie has gone shopping. She'll be back in an hour. I didn't write anything for that one. Ellie has gone shopping. She'll be back in an hour. I think that one it's okay.
Yes.
Or
okay. I think in this case it's kind of complicated because with go, there's it's kind of a tricky verb. Okay, if you say Ellie has gone shopping, she'll be back in about an hour. It's okay. Or you can also say Ellie went shopping. She'll be back in about an hour. I think both would be okay. But this one is okay. Yeah. Number 10.
Albert Einstein was the scientist who developed the theory of relativity.
That's right. It's totally correct. Past tense because that person is totally dead. Okay. Now it says
Okay.
here, put the verb into the correct form, present perfect or past simple. It stopped raining for a while, but now it's raining again. The town where I live is very different now. It has changed a lot. Okay, number 3.
I studied German at school, but I've forgotten most of it now.
Right. Number 4.
The police arrested 3 people, but later they let them go.
That's right. Number 4. No, number
Emma,
5.
Emma. Sorry, my niece is being annoying.
Mhm.
Emma. Okay. Sorry. I was
All right.
number 5.
5, yes.
Okay. What do you think of my English? Do you think it has improved?
That's right.
Are you ready to go? Did you finish your coffee?
Are you ready to go? And?
Did you finish your coffee?
No.
Or okay. So what would be the answer?
Have you finished your coffee?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's in this case, it might be the situation that the person is still drinking the coffee. That person doesn't know because probably
Okay.
he or she is in another room. So she's asking, "Are you ready to go? Have you finished your coffee?" Right? Not did you finish? Have you finished? The action might be occurring still. For that reason, I would use in that case present perfect, not simple past. Okay? Is it clear or not?
Yes, it's clear.
Yeah. Okay, continue. Number 7.
I applied for a job as tour guide, but I wasn't successful.
That's right. Number 8.
Where's my bike? It was outside the house, but now it's not there.
All right. Number 8. Number
Uh,
9.
Number 9. Quick, we need to call an ambulance. There was an accident.
All right. Could be also there has been an accident.
Okay.
We need to call an ambulance. The accident probably occurred just a moment ago. So I would use in that case, remember that you could use present perfect when you're talking about an action that was or that has happened minutes ago. Okay? We need to call an ambulance. There has been an accident, I would say. There has been an accident. Okay? I found my phone. Okay, number 10. I found my phone.
I
Letter
found
B,
my
please.
phone. Oh God, where did you find it?
All right, that's correct.
At the bottom of my bag.
Yeah, it. Letter A, complete, please, again, Kimberly. I couldn't hear.
Where would it go? I'm not sure. In letter, I didn't realize that it was there. So I don't have anything for that one.
So it would be
It was.
Yeah.
It was at the bottom of my
Okay.
bag.
Where did you find it? That's correct. It was at the bottom of my bag.
Okay.
Number 11.
Ben won't be able to play tennis for a while. He broke his arm. Oh, how did it happen? He fell off a ladder.
He fell off a ladder. In the first part, letter A, Ben won't be able to play tennis for a while. He has broken his arm. Could be two. He broke his arm. He has broken his arm.
Okay.
In that case, it depends on the time that the action happened. If it was long time ago, but it can't have been long time ago because they were talking like he's like telling the other person he's not going to be able to play. I mean, because some moments ago, some days ago, he has broken his arm. I would say he has broken his arm in that case because the action happened not long ago, right? Not long ago. If you say he broke his arm, it's okay. But usually when you use the past tense, you have to give a a reference in time. So he said, for example, he broke his arm yesterday. In that case, you have a reference of time. But when you don't have a reference of time, in this case, it's better to use the present perfect. So he has broken his arm. We don't know when. Okay, is it clear? Kimberly?
Yes, I understood.
Yeah. I'm going to say it in Spanish because I think it is important to realize that. Normalmente cuando tú usas el pasado, no siempre, pero generalmente tienes una referencia de tiempo. Ayer, esta mañana, la semana pasada. Siempre hay una referencia de tiempo que te indica o que te pone que la frase debe ir en pasado. Cuando no hay una referencia de tiempo y tú no sabes exactamente cuánto tiempo pasó, es preferible usar el presente perfecto. En este caso, por ejemplo, se quebró la mano, pero no sabemos cuándo se quebró el brazo, perdón. ¿Ya? Como no tenemos la referencia de tiempo, yo diría, en inglés es más normal decir he has broken his arm. ¿Ya? Ahora, si tú dices ahí, he broke his arm playing football yesterday, o he broke his arm at home last week, ya, si tienes esa referencia de tiempo, usas el pasado. ¿Ok? ¿Está claro, no? Kimberly?
Sí, profe, sí entendí.
Yeah, okay, it is. All right, so that's the homework. Pretty good. Now, before continuing, I'm going to ask you some questions in the present perfect. We said that we use the present perfect to talk about experiences. Okay, I'm going to ask you about some experiences of you, and you're going to tell me if they happen or not, and when they happen, or in what situations they happened. Okay, for example, Kimberly, have you ever cried on a movie?
Yes, I have.
Yes, you have. When and with what movie?
I've cried with Toy Story 3.
Yeah, okay. Why? What happened to you?
Because by the end, I thought they were going to get destroyed, so I cried. But in the end, they didn't get destroyed.
Yeah, okay. What about singing in public? Have you ever sung in public?
No, I haven't.
Why not?
Because I don't know how to sing.
Really? Are you out of tune?
I guess. I've never tried it.
But usually teachers of English know how to sing. Most of us sing well. Okay, I know a lot of English teachers, and most of them like singing. Okay, and don't you like singing?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Don't you like singing?
No, not really. I don't like it.
Not even when you are alone, not even when you are under the shower, not even when you are with other people
when
in
I'm
a
alone.
karaoke. For example, when you go to a karaoke, or have you ever gone to a karaoke party or something like that?
Just once.
Okay. Did you try singing?
Yes, I did, but I don't know. I just get kind of shy. I don't really like it.
Did they throw tomatoes at you? Did they throw tomatoes?
Yeah.
Okay. In general, I know that, for example, in our career, some teachers sing quite well. Okay. For example, I know that I know Sandra Espinosa. You don't know her. She sings beautifully. She sings pretty well. Miss Candy Veas also sing quite well. I sing not excellent, but I am in tune, so I can sing. So I think that there are many teachers of English that can sing, and some of them can sing very well. Okay, the next question for you. Have you ever found money?
Yes, I have found around 20 bucks, and I felt really lucky.
Yeah. How much did you find?
20 Chilean pesos.
20,000?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice. When did it happen?
when I was like a teenager.
Okay, and where? Where did you find them?
It was nearby my house.
On the floor. You were walking, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Have you ever won a prize in anything? In a raffle or in anything?
How do I call those, like como raspe? Like those lottery things?
I don't know. I don't know how to say, say it
They're like,
in Spanish. Yeah, in a raspe. How
yeah,
much
like
did you win?
um it was when I used to live in the States, and I think I won like $25.
$25. Have you
Mhm.
ever gone to the casino, for example, to gamble?
No, I have never tried that, but I would want to try it.
Yeah. Oh, it's pretty addictive. I love going to casinos. Whenever I go to any other place, any other city, or any new city that I visit, if there is a casino, I go to the casino. You know, and
Mhm.
it's dangerous because it's addictive. You know, I've been to different casinos. For example, whenever I go to Coquimbo, I go to the casino. Whenever, for example, once I went to Iquique, and I went to the casino with my son, and I went 2 days in a row because the first day we won, and so the next day we said, let's go again, and we lost. I don't know how much money. It was terrible because my son was also very, in trying to win money. We were gambling, and it's not good for you. All right, so in the United States, I also went to casinos. My daughter went with me once, and she won a lot of money. She's pretty good at that. But when I go, I play machines only. I don't play roulette or other games like blackjack. I mean, you spend too much money on that. Okay. Next question, Kimberly. Have you ever seen a movie many times?
Yes,
Which one?
I have seen Shrek like 20 times or even more.
Which movie? I couldn't hear you.
Shrek,
Shrek. And how many times?
I have probably seen it like more than 30 times.
More than 30.
Hmm.
Really?
I really like it.
How can you do that? I mean, and it didn't get you didn't get bored with it?
No, even though I know all the scenes, I really like it.
Uh, and what about for example, the Titanic? Have you seen the
Oh
Titanic?
yeah, I think everybody has seen that movie like 20 times.
20 times. Yeah, what about you? Today we're talking about things that we have done, we haven't done, etc. Have you ever seen a movie for many times?
Yes, I have.
Which one?
I think that Titanic.
The Titanic. How many times have you seen it?
uh, 5.
5 times. Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you have like those musicals, you can sing them many times because it's a musical, so you can repeat it again and again and again. I've seen some musical movies many times. For example, I saw Woodstock like 8 times because I went to see the songs, and see the groups. And also I saw Let It Be by the Beatles like 10 times. I don't know, many, many, many times. But all the other movies, I don't think I have seen any like more than 2 times or 3 times. It's too much. I think one that I've seen it like twice, Born the 4th of July with Tom Cruise. It's an old movie, but pretty good. And what else? Well, that's the only one I think I've seen it more than once or more than 2 times. Okay. And the last question for both of you: have you ever been away from home, Kimberly?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Have you ever been away from home?
Yes, I have.
When?
Just for like a weekend and that's it.
A weekend only?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, okay. And when you went to the States, were you there with your family?
Yes, with
Ah,
most of my family.
yeah. What about you, Tiare? Have you ever been away from your home?
What is that?
Way, for example, you're not in your house. You spend time with other family, with other in another city, etc. Away from
Yes.
when?
When I went to Talcahuano
Yeah, when you went to Talcahuano. How long were you there without your family?
as a month.
Ah, okay. It was a long time. Did you miss
Yes.
your family a lot or not, or were you okay?
Yes, I miss my family.
Mm. Yeah, okay. It's a hard time when you are away from home. Okay, I've been away from home like several times, but the longest was 6 months when I was in the States for the first time. I I went. I lived there with a family. I was old. I wasn't a young person. I was already married. I had 2 children already, and my daughter was 7 years old. So I missed her a lot. Also with my son. My son was 14. So for me, it was pretty tough. Yeah, I suffered a lot. Okay, Thierry, have you ever sung in public?
No, I haven't.
Why not? The same thing that Kimberly said that she hasn't sung in public
I'm
uh,
so shy,
for being
so I
shy
don't like it.
or because you are not in tune. Do you understand the word in tune or out of tune?
No.
In tune, in tune. It is spelled Tune, tune. In tune means that you sing well, and what you sing, the other people perceived it as well. Okay, but out of tune is when the other people cannot stand what you are singing. Okay, it's terrible. It's awful. Okay, how do you sing? Do you sing well or are you out of tune? Tiare,
I I sing so bad.
you sing badly.
Yes.
Yeah. Remember, Tiare, that when you use a verb, the verb can be modified by an adverb, not
Ah,
an adjective. Okay. So
okay.
uh, you sing badly. You don't sing bad. You sing
Mm,
badly because adverb verb, adjective
okay.
noun. Okay. That is the relationship. An adjective modifies a noun, and an adverb modifies a verb. So, how you sing? I sing badly, or I sing well. Yep. Okay. So, yeah, that is kind of complicated. I asked Kimberly about winning a prize, like for example, a raffle or I don't know, lotto or the lotto or something like that. Have you ever won anything in your life, Tiare?
No, I haven't.
You know that I won once. I won the Poyagol in my life.
Mm,
I was so happy. But that was long time ago. Long time ago. Uh, in those days when there was Poyagol doesn't exist anymore. But in those days, I'm talking. It was I think in the year 1985 or 80 something. I had a group of teachers. We used to play Poyagol. We were four every week, and we did the thing in there. We we told jokes, etc. And but one day we won it, and it was so exciting. We won. It was a good prize because we had to go to Santiago to get the money. They didn't pass the money here in Valparaiso. We had to go to the agency in Santiago. And I remember that I was just starting teaching or something. I was quite young and I had lots of problems, economical problems. And when I got that money, which wasn't, I wasn't, I didn't become a millionaire, but it was so good because I could pay all my debts. So for that reason, I remember that. Those was that was one of my happiest experiences in my life. Okay, girls. So remember that when you talk about experiences, you have to use the present perfect, have plus past participle. Now we're going to go into a different thing. We're going to continue working now with the book. Okay. And we're going to start with Unit 5A. Let's take a look. 5. Here it is. Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, walking for wildlife. We did that. There are some exercises here, but we're going to continue with a good vacation. Okay. Yeah, this is the thing. We're going to start by observing the images that we have in there. Yeah, it says, or it is called a good vacation. It says vocabulary and reading, vacation destination. And here you have 4 images, A, B, C, and D, right? And it says here, which of these words describe the photos A, D? Okay, Kimberly, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Try to read the first column here, this column, please.
Busy street, crowded market, exotic scenery, peaceful setting, relaxing surroundings.
All right, Tiare, read the other column in here, please.
Remote village, safe resort, tropical beach, unspoiled coastline,
Unspoiled,
unspoiled coastline, vibrant city.
Vibrant city.
Vibrant city.
Vibrant city. That's right. Okay, so you have in here this A, B, C, D. Which words would you use to describe these places? For example, letter A, Tiare.
Letter A would go with a vibrant city and maybe at an exotic scenery.
Okay, yeah. Which is the first one, Kimberly? What did you say?
Yes, letter A.
Yeah. What is the word that you used?
Vibrant city and exotic scenery.
Exotic scenery is letter B. All right. Tiare, what about letter C and D?
C, crowded market and a busy street.
I would say crowded market is okay. Crowded market, yeah, okay. And what about letter D?
Maybe safe resort, remote village. I don't know.
It's not a village.
I don't know.
You don't know. How could you describe that, Kimberly? Letter D.
I'm not sure. I was gonna say remote village as well, but maybe a safe resort. I'm not sure.
I would say, for me, it is a peaceful setting or relaxing surroundings because you don't see people in here. And I wouldn't say that it is a village either because you don't see houses like in a village. All right. So I would say I would choose peaceful setting, which is a place like where you can go and rest in there. It's peaceful because there are no people. There aren't anybody there. So no noise, no crowd, no crowds, no cars, no nothing. So I could say I would say peaceful setting or relaxing surroundings. Any of those. Okay, now, do you understand all the words? For example, busy street, you know that. Crowded market, you know that. Exotic scenery, okay. Peaceful setting, relaxing surroundings, remote village, safe resort. What is a resort? Do you know?
I think yes.
Do you know what a safe resort is, Tiare?
Maybe a place where you can go on vacation and relax.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. You can have winter resorts or summer resorts. So there are places where you can go and have a vacation. Go on vacation in there. Okay. Yeah. Then you have tropical beach, unspoiled coastline. I would say that this is the one letter B in this case, Kimberly, because this is a coastline. See, the coastline. Unspoiled, it seems, because I would say unspoiled because there are no people, so it's not spoiled in there. Yeah. And vibrant city, yeah, this is a vibrant city. Yeah, lots of activity. Okay, the place where you live, which words would you use? Both of you are from Viña del Mar. Tell me one description from all those you have in there for your city. Kimberly, give me one. Kimberly?
I think is Viña del Mar can be described as a vibrant city, and sometimes it can have a peaceful setting if you go nearby the beach and stuff like that.
All right, okay, so it could be described as a vibrant city, yeah, with lots of markets, crowded markets, and busy streets also, right? Okay, yeah. Tiare, what other possibilities would you have? Because Kimberly used many words. Can you find any other description for your city, for Viña del Mar?
What is unspoiled coastline?
This is a coastline. Can you see the?
Yes.
Yeah, this is a coastline. And unspoiled is usually when spoiled is echar a perder. So unspoiled is that it's not, it's not spoiled, meaning that it's kind of virgin sometimes. All right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe tropical beach. I don't
I
know.
wouldn't say tropical because we are not tropical in here. Can you say that Viña del Mar is a safe resort or not? It is dangerous.
Safe, I think.
Yeah, it's safe, but in certain parts could be dangerous, right? For example, if you go to, because in downtown area, probably it could be very safe, but in some hills could be kind of dangerous. Yeah, Glorias Navales, for example, or I don't know. So for what is the other? Forestal, for example. Those places are kind of dangerous. Okay. Yeah, and Valparaiso, you know Valparaiso. Valparaiso could be. Is it peaceful or not for you, Kimberly? Can you see that Valparaiso is a peaceful setting?
I don't think so because it's very busy and it has a lot of crowded places.
Yeah, yeah. I think that Valparaiso, where you study, our university is, the coastline there is kind of this unspoiled in that part, not near the beaches towards Viña, but to the other side, to the southern part of Valparaiso, the coastline is pretty unspoiled, and it's very, like beautiful. I like that part of Valparaiso, especially if you go from there to Santiago. It's very nice. But Valparaiso is kind of similar to Viña, but not so pretty. Yeah. But we have also a very crowded markets in some places. And at night, the city used to be very vibrant. Nowadays, it's kind of silent, obviously, because we are on a curfew at night, so it's kind of difficult. Okay, so that is vocabulary that you have for vacations. Have you studied with Miss Patty some types of vacations or new trends about vacations?
No, only types of tourism.
Types of tourism. Okay, what did you learn with her? Can you tell me what types of tourism could you learn?
Nature tourism, sport tourism, cultural tourism, and religious.
And religious tourism?
And another, it was a long list.
Yeah. The other day I was reading that there exists also, well, the disaster tourism, and now they have like the dark tourism. Have you heard about dark tourism?
No, what is that?
It's kind of when you risk your life sometimes, okay? So some people like to go to places where there is death or things like that. It's pretty weird, okay? Some people go to, for example, when there have been wars, for example, or earthquakes, or things like that, and they call it dark tourism. Okay, it's kind of really interesting. In here, we're going to read something about types of tourism in the world. Okay, so let's read this. Start reading, Tiare. I'm going to correct when you make mistakes if it is necessary, okay? I will interrupt you. Okay, you can start.
Once, a typical vacation was a week at the beach or a lake, near home or somewhere with more reliable weather. But recently, vacationers have been looking for a different vacations experience. Perhaps inspired by wildlife documentaries on television, tourists have been flocking to places like Kenya and South America for safaris and
South Africa
for safaris and bush
camps. Okay, good. This is interesting. In here we have some general ideas. Okay, in the past the vacation was a week at the beach or a lake. That was the typical thing, right? A week at the beach or a lake, especially near home, with reliable weather. Do you understand the word reliable? Is it clear for you? Reliable? Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes, okay, reliable weather. But those things have been changing. Nowadays, yeah, for example, vacationers have been looking for a different vacation experience, perhaps inspired by wildlife documentaries on television. Okay, so with those documentaries, people want to go there. Tourists have been flocking to places like Kenya and South Africa. Can you understand, Kimberly, the word flocking to places like Kenya and South Africa for safaris and bush camps? Can you understand that idea, flocking to places like Kenya? Kimberly, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I think, well, I don't really know what the meaning of flocking is, but I think it's that they go to these places.
Yeah, they go in groups. Yeah. You know, a flock is a group of birds together, right? That is a flock. You usually say a flock of birds. Yeah. A flock of birds. Es una bandada. So people are flying there, places like Kenya and South Africa for safaris and bush camps. Bush matorrales, bush camps. Yeah, continue reading, please. Kimberly now. Interest.
Interest in China has been growing too. Large numbers of tourists have visited China on cultural tours since the 2008 Olympic Games. Meanwhile, travel companies have been promoting the traditional vacation package with a new twist to attract more customers: spa vacations in Spain and luxury historical tours in Egypt.
All right. Okay. So things have been changing. People don't like to go to the typical places, but they start like investigating and trying to learn new things. All right. Finish the reading, Tiare, please. One of the most notable changes.
One of the most notable changes is that the older generation of vacationers has been traveling like never before. The number of vacationers over 16 has been growing.
60.
60 has been growing. Cruise destinations in the Caribbean.
Cruise destination.
Cruise destination in the Caribbean,
yes,
or even to Antarctica are no longer just for young adventurers.
But for young adventurers. That's right. Nowadays, well, people who are older have more money, so they travel. Okay. For example, if I had money, I would love to travel. One of my ideas when I retire is to go to some places that I haven't visited in my life. Yeah. I would love to come back to England, for example, but I would love to go not to London again, but I would like to go to Scotland or Ireland, those places that I would love to visit. But I also would love to visit, for example, Greece and visit the ruins in Greece, right? Okay, so that is one change. In the past, younger people used to travel, but now older people are traveling too. Okay, so now they have cruise or to the Caribbean, etc. Okay, so that is kind of the idea of on how the tourism is being changing. Now, travel destinations and activities. What activities can you mention from to the Caribbean and Antarctica? Can you mention anything that the people do the Caribbean and the Antarctica?
Can you repeat the question?
This is what they do. Cruise. So Caribbean and Antarctica, and what is the activities? They go on cruises to that place. Yeah. What about Kenya and South Africa? What activities do they have in there?
Safaris and bush camps.
Bush camps, that's right. Then Spain and Egypt, vacation packages, the typical ones. China, what about China?
Cultural tours.
Cultural tours, that's right. And China, UK, no, US, Australia, and New Zealand, you have independent, uh, let's see, independent travelers or backpackers in there. All right. Okay, so the things have been changing in relation to the activities and the people who do it. Okay, you mentioned some of the new trends towards tourism. In the past, what were the typical things that you do in tourism? You visited lakes, beaches, all right. Also, another type of typical thing was to sightsee. All right, visit. Do you understand the word sightsee?
I'm guessing it means to like just look at beaches and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. So before, as we started a little bit later, I'm going to take a little bit of your time to show you some vocabulary related to sightseeing. We're going to start with this, and then we will continue next class. Okay. In here I have sightseeing vocabulary, which is the vocabulary that you use when you visit places. All right. Okay, here we have Yeah. Okay. Sightseeing holiday in the city, says here. Okay. Usually you have like places to visit. Okay. And in there you have some things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You can see it pretty well, but for example, number 1 is a palace. Palace. I think this is the palace in Spain, I think it is. Okay, now you have number 2, a market. That could be fruit or vegetables market, or there are some other markets for clothes, etc., or typical things or souvenirs, right? Then number 3, you have a temple which is in, it seems to be that it is like in China or something. Number 4, a statue. Number 5, a castle. And number 6 is a cathedral. Okay, so whenever you go to a famous place, for example, if you go to Paris, what is the most typical things that you have to see in Paris?
Long rooms, maybe an important person.
But in France, for example, what monument or
The Eiffel Tower.
the Eiffel Tower? Okay, what other monument important can you mention in France? Not
I
only
don't know.
monument, could be a place that usually people go in there. Yeah, you have the Eiffel Tower. What other?
I know there is like some type of like, ay, no sé cómo se llama el lugar, profe, pero lo he visto mucho. I'm gonna search for it.
Yeah, the Arc Triumph, for example. The Arc Triumph. El Arco de
Yeah,
Triunfo.
it's like a triangle thing, right?
Yeah, it's like the one that we have in Valparaiso. El Arco de Triunfo, something like that, but bigger. Yeah.
Yeah, let me see.
Yeah. Much bigger. All right. But it's something like that. Anyway, our Arco Británico in Valparaiso is pretty nice. Huh? It's very nice. It was built by the British people, and when do you know that many years ago the Queen of England came to Valparaiso? Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, Queen Elizabeth II, the one that's still ruling in England, she came to Chile and she came to Valparaiso and she went to visit the British Ark in Avenida Brasil. And she walked from there to the the Heroes Monument in Plaza Sotomayor, where the city hall used to be there. So she walked there. And there is a story about the mayor of the city, Juan Rodriguez, I think it was the mayor of the city. The mayor is the alcalde, like Sharp now. In those days, when the Queen came to Chile and to Valparaiso, the mayor was Juan Rodriguez, I think it was the name of that guy. So they were walking from the British Ark to that part, to the Sotomayor Square, and this guy touched the Queen, and that is absolutely incorrect. Okay, she touches the Queen by the elbow in here, like she touches her. He touched her, and all the guys were, and they were kind of crazy. The Queen, fortunately, she laughed and then she smiled at this thing, but that is impossible in the British, protocol. The protocol doesn't allow you to touch the Queen. The Queen has to go in front, and the people who are with her have to go behind her, not next to her. Okay, so there's a lot of protocols, but that happened in Valparaiso when they visited the Arc of Triumph. Yeah, the British Arc in Valparaiso. Okay, so in Paris you can see the Eiffel Tower, British Tower, and also a cathedral, Notre Dame, that was on fire like last year, I think it was. Okay, those are the typical places, like Moulin Rouge also. There are like places that you can see. What about in England, in London? Do you know any place that you have to go or visit if you travel to England?
No, maybe the big buses,
Yeah, the Big Ben.
buses.
The Big Ben, that's one. What other? If you go, typical things that you go in London. Yeah, you have the Big Ben. You have the Buckingham Palace, where they make the changes of the guard in there, and where the Queen is supposed to live in there. The Buckingham Palace, the Houses of Parliament, Piccadilly Circus, and also Madame Tussauds Museum. Madame Tussauds Museum is fantastic. It's a place where they have those images of in wax. You know, wax cera. Okay, so figures of people in wax. I went there and I took a picture with the Beatles. Yeah, although I didn't go to Liverpool. I visited Madame Tussauds Museum and I could take a picture with the Beatles. And I took a picture with Elvis Presley. I took a picture with David Beckham, the football player. I took a picture with Sean Connery, the agent, 707. My wife took a picture with Lady Diana, etc. So it's a lot of fun because you see famous people in there and they are like real. You can't touch them, but you can be next to them and they are like real people. It's fantastic. Okay, Kimberly, when you were in the States, did you visit any like interesting or important place where you were? You said that you were in New York, right? So what places did you go to in there?
The Statue of Liberty and
The Statue of Liberty. Yeah.
Le decían la zona cero.
Ah, yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're going to see that later. Okay. Zero zone. Yeah. Where they through where the planes crashed in the Twin Towers. Yeah.
Also the Central Park.
Yeah. Okay. Central Park. That's fantastic. I know. I don't know New York, but they say it's huge. And Kimberly, how could you call the zero zone in New York? What type of tourism is that? Is it like traditional tourism or not?
No sé cómo se puede categorizar.
It's disaster tourism because you go and see a place where a disaster has occurred. Okay, that is kind of a disaster tourism. Okay, we're going to continue reading this. Remember the pronunciation of this. You have palace, market, temple, statue, castle, and cathedral. Those are this is the pronunciation of these words. Okay, so next class we're going to continue working with the sightseeing holiday, and probably we're going to see some types of articles about different types of tourism. Okay. Okay, girls, that will be all for today. Have a good day. They say that it's going to rain today, hopefully. I love the rain. Okay?
Okay.
Bye, Mister.
Bye, Mister.
Bye-bye. See you on Wednesday. Any question, Kimberly? Ah, no, okay.